Ready? So you done made me laugh. You was sultry, and I'm sitting over here giggling. All right. I don't know how to do sultry. Want me to look at the camera like this? This is Shawn-Taye, author of Not Mine to Keep. You want that experience? Tallboy fit to give it to you.
And if you want the exclusive, you want the tall boy, because he's going to bring you the exclusive.
Not Mine to Keep. This book was created because I had a story to tell. Wasn't my story personally, it just something that just came to me, and I was like, you know what, let me just put this down on paper. It was something I started writing way back in 2010 and finally got it finished last year. Not Mine to Keep is not based on a true story, but the scenarios in the book are quite common amongst everybody. Bits and pieces of it is based on stuff that I've heard from other people, friends, family, and just regular everyday things that we all go through in relationships and marriage. That's a good question. I think there's a bit of me in each of the characters. So not one of them is, me specifically, but I think different aspects of my personality is in each and every one of them. Whew, it's been 8 years since my last piece, yeah. I grew a lot as a person in the last 8 years. I've dealt with divorce, new relationship, new child in the mix. So I grew as a person, so there's a lot of that growth that shows also in the story, especially from the wife's perspective. Like I said, I used to be married, so a lot of Leah's character, I was able to draw a lot personally for her. But just being able to use my words and choosing the right words, I should say, that improved, because I didn't want to write just to be writing. I wanted my heart to be in it. So that's why I waited so long. Erotica is a growing interest because sex sells. Who doesn't like sex? People like reading about it, people like doing it, so it's something that'll always sell. I always used to write poetry. That was always my go-to. Put my feelings on paper, just in poems. Writing the erotica stories came about after I read Zane's book, Afterburn. I said to myself, I think I can write like that. So I did my first short story and shared it with only a couple of people, and they really liked it, and they were like, you got some more of these? So that's what kind of started it off, just one short story after another, and then next thing you know, I was like, I want to start writing a book. So I don't know the answer to that question. What separates me from other African-American erotica authors? That's a good question, because I really don't know. I think every erotica author has their own touch to their own story. So, mine would just be different. It'd just be what it is. If I was an erotic character in a book, that's a good question. What role would I play? I don't know. Can we come back to that one? My mama gonna see this. I would say maybe a dominatrix. I think that would be a good one for me, good fit for me. I like being in control. Do I ever think about being one of the characters? Honestly, no, I do not. each of the characters have their own personal issues that they're dealing with, and like I said, a little bit of me is in every one of them, but I wouldn't want to be any of them specifically, so no. Why should someone buy this book? Because it's a good book, I know. They should buy it because it's a good story. It's a real story. Like I said, it's not based on me, but it is based on real life situations that we all deal with, like I said, regarding relationships, regarding marriage, and, you know, just life itself. Everybody's so caught up nowadays in like this reality TV and, you know, just instant gratification, and nobody's really taking the time to really sit down, read a good book, get involved and self-absorbed into a story. So I think just putting out the right work and just, you know, giving something for the people to want to read. That's a tough question, I don't know. I want them to read the story and realize that the story itself, the characters itself, are all based on somebody that we know. Learn to be a little kinder to folks. Learn to talk to folks and, you know, stop judging people, you know, based on what you see. Really get to know people and just treat people right. I think once they read the story, and, you know, I don't want to give too much of the book away, people just realize that, you know, these are real life situations. So you got to be careful about the situations you put yourself in. And like I said, you just got to be careful about how you treat people, period. That I'm a real person, that, you know, I have real issues, and, you know, I deal a lot with real everyday life stuff, just like everybody else. And, you know, what I do get a lot of times based on my Erotic Minds Instagram page, a lot of people tend to think that I'm like this, you know, this big freak. But I'm really not, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Very particular about who I share my interests with. I'll leave it at that. People can purchase the ebook on Amazon.com as well as the paperback. So Amazon.com, and you can follow me on Erotic Minds on Instagram. That's it.
Did you like the video? That's right. Did you like it? Hit that like button.
Think
subscribe,
big, think tall,
and share
think
it.
tall boy.
Yay!
Tall boy. The Tall Boy Experience.